now, and I'll be able to share this with our group. So welcome everybody. I see a lot of our familiar faces in here, but I also see a lot of new faces as well, which is always wonderful to see us, growing and expanding with our projects. So if you're from the SOWL Token community, you saw that we announced a new partnership that we have. It's probably one of the ones that I'm most excited about yet, because it provides another way for us to physically use SOWL tokens, which in this market is something that we're looking for. What is the use case? What can we get out of a project that we are investing in? And so with that, I want to be able to turn the floor over to the ZAH team so that they can share who they are, what they do, and provide you with a demonstration of how the SOWL token is not only on their platform, but can be used as a currency to make purchases. So I don't want to spoil anything that they're doing or what they're going to share, because I'm just already excited and I want to talk about it myself. But I will let them do all of that. And then we can also open up the floor at the end to if it's okay with you guys for any questions, or if you want to write the questions in our chat, we'll be able to type and respond a little bit after as well. So I will stop talking now, and I will turn the floor over to you guys to share everything that you're doing and how we're able to partner with you.
Actually talking, and my mic was on mute. So definitely very funny. So let's get straight into it. Well, my name is Basit, and I'm the founder of Zonymous. I started Zonymous roughly a year ago with one idea in mind, and it was to decentralize crypto spend, or to decentralize crypto spending. And before I go into this idea of what decentralizing crypto spending and how it also benefits SOWL Token as our partner, you need to understand the problem, because every business, every project, every successful company solves a problem. So what's that problem that we're trying to solve? What is that extra feature that your users from SOWL Token could benefit from? And it's liquidation. How do you use your cryptocurrency, or how do you use your SOWL token every single day? Well, most likely you don't have a use case yet for it, but the actual problem that we're going to end up creating is that liquidation factor. It's how do you use your cryptocurrency every day? Well, most likely if you do have your SOWL or your ZAH or any other token, you sell it on the exchange, or you actually move it to a bigger token like BNB, sell it on the exchange, get fiat currency, and then move that fiat currency to your bank account. An extremely long, drawn-out process to actually use your SOWL token or use your ZAH or BNB every single day. So it's centralization. There's huge fees that come with it. Slow bank transfers if you live in the US, for example, ACH transfers. Or let's say you sell your token on the exchange, get fiat currency, move to your bank account, but it's a SWIFT transfer. That's another 5 to 7 business days to actually get your cryptocurrency that you had to actual fiat and usable money. It's outdated technology. I mean, think about it. We're in the crypto age. Everything is supposed to be automated. Why is it that I have my tokens on my MetaMask like SOWL Token? I have to sell the token on PancakeSwap, move my BNB to Binance, sell on Binance, and then move that fiat currency to my bank account. That's a very long, drawn-out process to actually use your cryptocurrency every day. So now that I've explained to you the issue and the problem, which is that liquidation, it's how do I use my favorite tokens every single day? Well, the answer is us. It's our decentralized application ZAH card. And what we allow is users to just stay on chain, be able to connect with a decentralized wallet like a MetaMask, Trust Wallet, etc. And you can purchase real-time gift vouchers without the need of any Web 2.0 or without the need of an exchange. You can spend with the biggest brands in the world in almost 100 countries, converting to all major fiats at almost an instant exchange. It's completely decentralized. You just go on the website, you connect your Web3 wallet, and you pick a gift voucher, and then you make the purchase. All you have to do is connect the MetaMask. So now that I've explained to that issue, which is liquidation, it's how do you use your favorite cryptocurrencies every day, still hold them, but make everyday essential purchases. The old process was the centralized process, which I explained, which is selling the tokens, moving to your bank account, and going that long, drawn-out, bored route to actually use your tokens. Well, now that we have this solution, which is allowing tokens like SOWL Token to be listed on the platform, you can now go to zonymous.io, connect a wallet, play, earn, learn to earn, and then spend in real time physical, be that groceries, burritos, food, Airbnb, etc. So let's go through the user experience of what someone may experience if they have either ZAH or SOWL token or any currency else that we have on our platform. Well, we made this so streamlined. You just go to zonymous.io. So this is for ZAH specifically. If you don't have ZAH, obviously I'm going to promote my token as well, but we're going to promote SOWL token as well also. So you just go, you click the buy ZAH button. It's going to pop open a pancake swap router. You can then purchase your ZAH, connect your same MetaMask. But let's say you're not, let's say you already have ZAH. Let's say you actually want to spend your SOWL token that you've earned from playing the game. Well, you connect your MetaMask wallet or you use Wallet Connect. We have other wallets like Trust Wallet, etc. Once you have your SOWL token on that wallet, you connect. It's once you perfectly connected, you'll see the wallet address in the top right corner, just like connecting to any other decentralized application. So let's say I earned X amount of money playing SOWL's very fun game, Learn to Earn. And I actually want to stay on chain and not have to liquidate and not have to go that process that I described, that extremely long centralized process to use my SOWL token. Well, I go to buy gift cards after I connect my wallet. And for this example, I just did United States and I'm going to be doing Walmart. So you can see the other currencies that I have on the platform. We are going to be adding some other tokens as well. But for right now, let's give SOWL token the love that they deserve. I go to buy gift cards, I connect my wallet, and then I'm going to pick SOWL token as a checkout currency. So when I pick out SOWL token, it's going to have the amount in SOWL right here to the right, plus the actual fee that we charge for this for the platform. And you press that plus button, you add to cart, and then right when you do that, right when you do that, you're going to see that the little one is right above the shopping cart. Let's say you don't want anything else. You're fine with just a Walmart voucher. You don't want anything more. You've earned a little bit off your SOWL and you're actually looking to actually use it. Well, you plug in your email. For this example, I did support at zonymous.io. Again, you can contact me anytime. You agree to terms and conditions, and then you proceed to check out. You can see I've also highlighted that the network that we're having is the SOWL network to actually, well, it's not network, it's actually the token. But anyway, it's the SOWL token to actually make this purchase with. You click pay, and it's going to pop open a MetaMask transaction. Everyone that should be familiar with decentralized wallets, you should see right when everything loads, it will have connect or a sign off on transaction. You click that button, and as you click that button, this is actually another example for another gift voucher that I bought. You will immediately get your physical or your spendable cash right to your email without the need of that centralization. You just connected something that's digital that you just earned, like SOWL token through playing a game, to something that's physical, for this example, like a Chipotle burrito. So now I'm able to connect digital to physical with no barrier to entry, all powered by ZAH technology. So users might ask me, well, let's say I'm a SOWL token user. I go on the platform, I buy the gift card, but somehow I just don't see the gift card. Maybe I put my email in wrong. Well, we actually made sure that everyone can find their real-time vouchers without even leaving the website. You go on my account, you sign in with the same exact wallet that you made the transaction with, and you click on orders. When you do that, you'll see where it says action. You click view more, and it's going to pop open the actual voucher code that you just copy, paste, and put it in the web browser. And again, you don't have to worry about the email. The email is more of just like kind of the safety, security. If you want to use your email, it's fine. It's kind of like the backup plan, but really you don't even have to leave the website to actually use your SOWL token in the physical purchase. And if for some reason there is something with the error in the platform, anything could occur. You can also contact me at support@zonymous.io. Please don't contact SOWL token. We kind of host the platform, so we'll take care of anything with any errors in regards to any transacting or making sure that something, stuff happens, bugs happen, etc. But we'll take care of it. So here's my support email. You can contact me anytime. So let's go over to what if you wanted to create an account? Because obviously we have this decentralized payment system. How can users still abide by our rules. Because no matter what, even though we're decentralized, we don't promote any money laundering. We don't promote any anti-financial crime. We're here for the longevity. We're here for a while. So we are actually compliant. So users can use the platform by just connecting a wallet, but we do have certain threshold values that if you reach, you will have to KYC, and those are all per wallet. So the way it works is, let's say you want to sign up. I'll explain why you have to sign up in order to actually have the threshold values increase, but let's get straight into it. Let's say you don't want any limitations on your ordering, and let's say you just want to keep using SOWL Token with no limitation, no barrier to entry. You click that sign up button and you put in your information. By the way, I did put in my email again. This is becoming repetitive just because, again, you all can contact me at any time regarding the platform, regarding any issues in anything, or even if you just want to tell us another project that you really love and that you really like and you want, like, hey, I love SOWL Token, or just give appreciation for possibly hosting your favorite currencies like SOWL Token. So once you sign up, you click sign up now, and let's get into the threshold values. The threshold values without KYC is 1,000 USD spending limit with a lifetime spending limit of 9,500 USD per wallet. Now, if you do KYC, there's no spending limit at all. There's no threshold values for daily, lifetime, or anything in that nature. So how do you actually KYC? Well, again, everything is right in front of you on the website. You don't even have to leave the landing page. So let's say you found your favorite tokens like SOWL and you just want to keep spending and no issue at all. Well, you go to under my account, you click KYC, and we pass off that route to actually our third-party providers, Verif. Everyone should be familiar with the actual KYC process. It is extremely bureaucratic, but everyone that is at least somewhat familiar with crypto should know what KYC procedure looks like. So I'm not going to show you specifically, but everything is right there. When you create an account, you click my account and you'll see the KYC button under your orders. So even though I'm here to promote SOWL Token, I also want you all to understand why investing in ZAH is also significant. It's because you're not investing in today, but you're investing for the future. Our technology has real utility. We solve a real problem, which is centralized crypto spending. The applicational use is not just for the United States. It's all over Europe. It's in Australia. It's everywhere all around the world. We have winning team members. We have the marketing section. We have lawyers that work under us. We have a stack dev team for front end and back end development. Also, our platform's finished. It's been finished even before the token was actually launched. So even more plus on why investing in ZAH is actually a great idea. Also, I'm a Docs founder. I know SOWL Token's owner is actually a Docs founder as well. So that's why it's even better creating that transparent alliance, showing people and projects that even when it's bloody in the market, even when there's despair and there's no hope, there are founders like us that actually want to make a change. We actually want to be here for a while. No matter what happens with crypto, we're still going to be evolving technology because technology is not going to stop. It's going to keep getting better, keep getting more innovative. And that's why projects like us are going to be around for a long time. So also, why invest in SOWL Token? Let's give a little bit of the limelight of SOWL. Well, it's a token with real utility. They actually have a play to earn game, which is pretty fun. And I love the idea of learn to earn. It's one of the first play to earns that's actually focused on this factor of you play and you learn, because no matter what, let's be honest, guys, education is not going to stop. As crypto keeps growing, as the market keeps growing, there are going to be people that want to learn more. But how do you incentivize just learning? Some people might go on Google and look it up, but what's a better way to actually teach them education than a fun, intuitive game? So another thing is investing for the future. SOWL Token, with what they're trying to do, and after talking with their founder, they really do want to be here for a while. The dedication of their team is honestly, it's very impressive. And it reminds me a lot of myself, seriously. And people that are in my community can actually boast and say with confidence exactly what my views are in the future, and how no matter what happens, we're still going to be here developing. We're still going to be putting our nose to the ground, and we're going to grow this brand and grow their token as well together. a Docs founder. I kind of went into this topic, but I have a special picture to show you all right after, because I think this is actually so cool and transparent, because it really shows us as project owners and as project founders, because, well, again, there's not that many doxed individuals. There's not many project owners that are willing to get on the screen. Hey, this is what I look like. This is my face. This is the real me. Here's the background of the project. So that transparency is what the market needs. This alliance that we're forming is exactly what BSC needs. It needs projects that have actual utility. It's not a joke. It's not built off some crazy, ridiculous system. It's a project built off of actual utility, and it functions just how any other business was. And that right there, those utility tokens, that, in my opinion, is the true future of crypto. Finished technology. I know they're working on a version 2 of their actual game, but right now their game's playable. You can connect to it and start playing. And to me, that's awesome. That's another boost on why users should invest in SOWL. So the last thing is the ZAH. I said, I actually messed up ZAH and SOWL and said ZAH. That's so funny. The ZAH and SOWL partnership is another reason, because as we keep growing, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep innovating. We're going to keep creating ways that users can stay on chain, but still make crypto purchases. Be that gift vouchers, that is just the beginning of what we're trying to accomplish. We had that before the token was even launched. After, we're looking at so many other ways, be that bill payment, be that possibly a debit card, be that anything that we imagine to really bridge the gap between crypto and fiat transactions. So this is actually something that I wanted to show. This is really me. I am going to hop on the presentation as well and kind of, I'm going to go on presentation as well. And then so you all can see my face. And see, this is really me, by the way. I always show this really goofy picture. Her picture is much more professional than mine. She actually is dressed up in business attire. She's got her nice laptop. You can see the watch on the wrist, really looking in business mode. While there's I am with looking at my favorite breakfast, just ready to devour with a smile on my face. Another reason why I love this picture so much is because it shows a more meaningful transparency of founders. Obviously, she's smiling, very business-like, but this is also me as an individual. Even though I'm very business savvy, I like to show the real me. I like to show that I'm goofy, I'm very relaxed, I'm chill. And another reason why this picture is so amazing and so funny is because I didn't even mean for this to happen. While I'm smiling, looking at the breakfast, you can actually see the individual in the back looking at me like I'm some crazy person. So it's definitely funny. But again, yeah, the fact that we're Docs founders trying to work together and create more transparent ecosystem and allow not only our users to grow, but allow their users and their project with more utility, it's a win-win situation for both of our partnerships. So not only is she excited, I'm actually very excited as well. So let's conclude with the ZAH partnership, where the first learn to earn game in crypto meets the bridge between crypto and fiat using gift cards. So that is actually the wraps for the presentation. SOWL Token, would you like to have the floor? You can say anything that you want in regards to the project. You can also introduce your project more as well. I'm not sure if I hit on the best points. I just tried to do the best that I could with the knowledge that I have currently. I really hope that you are also very happy with what the presentation consisted of. I really hope that you're happy with what we're trying to accomplish together as a feat. And I can't wait for your AMA and our group. And as we to grow together, we still keep pushing, we still keep developing, and we show everyone that no matter what happens with crypto, transparent founders like us, we keep growing.
I mean, that was beautiful. I would give that entire presentation an Oscar if I had that power. So thank you first so much for coming into our space here and sharing not only what you're building, but how, our project can benefit from it. We're very fortunate for that. But I think you really hit the nail on the head in saying that, there's multiple uses for a cryptocurrency, and you're providing that platform for, projects like ours to be able to be spent on something else. I can't even begin to think about when I first entered the whole cryptocurrency space and the amount of steps a person has to go through, like you said, to get their crypto back into fiat and in their bank account, when really Now, if all you wanted to do was buy a gift card, you don't have to go through all of those steps anymore. Now you actually have a platform for it. And what better time than to really be getting, moving here around the holidays. People love to give the gift of gift cards. And now, I see this kind of cyclical motion between our partnership. When version 2 of our app comes out and you can connect your wallet and play to earn and learn and receive those rewards, you have a number of things you can do with those rewards now. You can hold on to them and watch them grow, or, do whatever you want there. You can go back in, and at the same time, our merchandise line will be coming out too, that you can go and, buy a SOWL Token hoodie. Or now you can go onto the ZAH platform and you can take your earnings and go and buy a gift card. So truly, sitting there deciding, hey, you know what, I'm going to take a day. I'm going to learn a bit more about chemistry that I just never really got, when I was in school. Never really paid attention to it, but I want to now. Play on the game for about an hour or so. You end up saying, well, hey, I remember a thing or two from high school. You master the level, you get your token rewards, and you're like, well, what am I going to do with this now? Maybe I want to go treat myself, like you said, to Chipotle. And because you took that time to sit there and do something positive, like further your education, you've just got yourself lunch. And not only did it benefit the SOWL Token team, but it also benefited the ZAH team, and it benefited you. I think this partnership is one of the first ones that I see a win-win-win situation for all parties. And, I keep telling our community, we have partnerships in the works. This is one of many. And we've actually been the two of us as founders, where I'll make sure I find a funny picture for my presentation in your group. Because now I'm like, I don't want to look like I'm like, uptight. Like and I also love breakfast. I'll see if I have a picture of me with any breakfast. But, we're actually trying to build something here in this market. We can't escape the news headlines. We all see it and we all follow the trends and the headlines. It's psychological warfare out there right now. And for projects that have KYC'd and doxed founders who took the time to do the back end paperwork and the legalities and take over a year to make sure that everything was in place for a long future and a prosperous beginning. We are the ones now wondering what kind of routes we need to take to sustain this crypto winter. And having a partnership like this to provide exposure to each other's communities, to show that this thing called crypto that people are scared about because they don't really understand it, now we're showing there's a real use case for it. And we're finding that there's more than one use case. And I think that that's such a beautiful thing. And, we're part of an initiative here where we're trying to turn around the reputation of cryptocurrency into something positive. And while this is only one partnership right now, we've got some things behind the scenes that we're working on forming and building together to really show that we are a collective group of founders between the partnerships that we're building that are building something really great for everybody who believes in crypto as being something positive that can really strengthen the world, not just one country, not just one, entity, but everybody. We're here for everyone. And that's something I'm very happy that we've always been transparent about. And that's, a lot of our visions and goals and values I see in the ZAH community as well. So I encourage you to join their community. I hope that their community comes and joins us too, because there is strength in numbers. So I'm beyond happy that we were able to see this. And if you go onto their website, guys, just to see it in real time, I'm able to go into the drop-down menu, select, the SOWL token. I see what the price is like right there immediately and how many SOWL tokens it's worth. Like, you can do it in real time right now. And it's just, a great way and another reason to load up your bags with SOWL tokens, but also a reason to invest in the ZAH token as well too. We're both building something really great here for all of you. Remember, I always sign off our AMAs saying, this project wouldn't exist, or any of our projects wouldn't exist without a community, without all of you. So just keep in mind, look at these projects that we're partnering with and what we're building here, and notice the theme of us partnering with projects that are in it for you, because we would not have this project or a chart if it wasn't for you. Yeah. So you can see here too that he's signing into his admin panel as well to kind of show you some things on the back end and how everything looks. And again, that just aligns with our transparency as well. So you're able to go on to the Zonymous.io, and I'll even show you just kind of how I walked through it. I'll share my screen here.
So hold on just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just got a call from my developer. That's why I've been a little quiet. We're looking into the SOWL Token transaction right now. They said that it should be up and live, but one transaction just got stuck. So so keep going with the SOWL Token. Keep going and give me like 5 minutes. So I'll
and that's perfectly fine too, because I know we were even mentioning that, you know, it takes a little bit of time to get onboarded, which is always normal. And, you know, if it was rushed, you would be alarmed, right? So I'm just going to show you guys how I go on here. So here's their website. All right. And then you can either buy ZAH, you can also go to buy gift cards. And then if you're picking, you know, let's say I shop here, you know, you do the drop down, here we are. And then you can look and see your amount that you're picking to purchase. It tells you how many SOWL tokens it would take. You'd have your wallet connected. So if you had that many SOWL tokens in your wallet, you could buy that gift card and then boom, there you go. So you add it to your cart, you make your purchase. It's that easy. And I'm very thankful that we have, you know, projects that we're partnering with here that show you, hey, these are some projects that have, you know, a use. And now we have another use for it too. So we're incredibly excited for this partnership here that we have. But like I had said before, the Bassett and I, we are looking at other projects with other founders that have similar goals in mind that we do. We're noticing, obviously, you can be KYC'd, you can be doxxed, but that doesn't always stop bad things from happening. And when bad things happen in this space, it hurts the good guys or the good girls. And that's why we're teaming up together. And we actually have a couple other things in the works too with some other projects that we're all teaming up together to present something really cool to you guys to help instill and remind everybody that there are transparent projects out there. There's projects that have more than one use case to them. And there's projects that are, you know, providing a service to you that we know isn't going to go out of style. Like, don't get me wrong. I love seeing the banner ads for all the cool Halloween and Christmas tokens, but I know they're going to go away because they're a meme coin, right? They hop in, you know, for a month, they pump up the chart and then they disappear. I know all of our charts right now have taken a hit because of what happened, you know, last week. I'm not even going to say the name because it brings bad energy. But what I can say is a lot of, you know, every project, the entire market took a hit. But it's the ones that are putting their heads down and they're building and they're moving forward and they're finding ways to still succeed in spite of a market that is truly controlling everything right now. These are the projects that you're going to see when we get out of this winter and we're still standing, right? You know, those of you that know me know that I started building our project on March 15th of 2020, 2 days after I walked out of my classroom for what I thought could have been the very last time, because we never knew what the fate of the world was going to be when the pandemic began. Spent a year doing, you know, the legal backings, the paperwork, the patents, trademark, the SEC filing, which thank goodness I got that when I did, because I have a feeling people in the US are going to need that now. And I'm really glad we already got ours in April of 2021. But we did all that paperwork in the back end because when I go into building something, and this is what I think the ZAH team and the SOWL team, we have very similar mindsets. When we go into building something, we're going all in, right? And we're going to do all the planning and the preparation ahead of time because we don't want this to be some pump and dump and short-lived dream. I dedicate my whole life to this now. This is my life now. So I'm thankful to be finding other projects that are so similar in mindset and in goals too. And to be able to collaborate together, you really can't beat that. So think of it this way. You will be able to go on to V2 of the SOWL Token game. You're going to choose whatever educational game or content that you're looking to play. You're going to play, you master it, you've earned some tokens, you claimed them. You can choose to hold them, you can choose to sell them, or you can choose to say, well, hey, I was going to spend this money on a gift card or on my dinner anyway. Why take all those extra steps when you can just go and spend those SOWL tokens to get your gift card rate on the ZAH platform? So it's a really cool, easier way to go about things. And we love efficiency. We love taking as little steps as possible to get to where we want to get to, right? So I think right now, while we're kind of wrapping things up here, I know there were some questions before in the chat. I think it was about the wallet connectivity, but I think we covered that because MetaMask is an option, but there is also Wallet Connect as well. So that you have those different options there. But if anybody in our chat here now has a question either for ZAH or about SOWL and you want us to unmute you, or you just have some feedback or you want to chat it up, we have some time. So I think you just have to raise your hand and then I can unmute you if anyone has any questions or would like to speak. And we've got people from all over the world.
Of course. So I do know some people contacted me and they were saying, I have some questions for you. I'm going to be in the SOWL AMA with Zonymous, and I want to make sure that some of my questions get clarified as well. So again, anyone that wants to step up and ask me anything, literally, I love saying that because AMA is really, that's what it means, is ask me anything. So please go ahead and anything that you have in regards to the project, what you want to learn more about, something about Zonymous that you might be confused about, please, or even my users in my community, if you want to learn more about SOWL Token, go ahead, ask. We're both here, and we're here to answer anything you all have.
Yeah. And if you don't want to ask, on the VC and you have a question, and you want it answered in the chat, you can always type it out too. So we have that as well as a means to ask questions. But just, keep in mind too that, this market, we have done loads of work during this market. We've been able to keep building, keep moving forward. And we're finding that one of the best forms of marketing right now is working together. We get to a point where, you can do so many different banner ads on different websites. And I'm not saying that that's a bad means of marketing as well, but, you want to see the real people that believe in your vision. And that was when, we were connected, and we actually got connected through another AMA that we did. So we're finding that the most effective forms of us growing our projects is by collaborating with people that have that same mission and goal in mind as well. We know that all of us that are partnering together have a real problem that we're solving, and we have a positive means to do it. We're being transparent. We're being communicative in our groups. We're doing those steps that investors are looking for now, because right now, investors or just people in general, they hear the word crypto. Sometimes they're like, oh, what's going on there? Well, now we can show them really great things are happening here. And this is just the beginning of us looking at one of the really great ways that we are, really building up this positive reputation for what cryptocurrency needs and truly what BSC projects need too, if we wanted to look at it at an even more narrow scope as well. So, I was going to ask too, just as a little bit of background about the actual ZAH token itself. So, do you guys have, in terms of like tokenomics and things like that, are there any buy or sell taxes, anything about the actual token itself that people need to know?
Of course. We have a buy tax of 1% and a sell tax of 9%.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's not actually included in our platform. We omit that wallet just because we want people to be like transacting more in a more efficient manner. So yeah, in regards to token taxes, we have 1% buy, which goes to LP, and then 9% sell, and then 5% of that goes to LP, and then 3% goes to development, and then 1% goes to marketing.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, because ultimately the goal is you want them. So when somebody goes to purchase a gift card, it's getting just so that I understand and our community understands, when they go to spend the SOWL tokens on a gift card, that is then getting transferred into currency, correct? Into like the just so we understand, when you're spending the SOWL tokens and you're purchasing that gift card, where do those funds then go to? Like, what is that next step after they purchase the gift card?
Of course. So that's a little bit of proprietary information, but just to give you all a heads up, I work with licensed exchanges. I work with providers, and I work with financial institutions, which actually allow for that transaction to occur. So as users go to the wallet and they spend, we pull from our balance on the back end, and that's pretty much how it works. So we have a pre-filled amount that's filled. We have different amounts as well, be that in GBP, USD, Australian dollar, etc. And the way it works is, once a user spends their token, we then pull that amount, and then we route the order onto the exchange. From the exchange, it goes to bank account, and then bank account right back to our providers. So that's kind of the full loop of the business. And it took a while to really get people on board to allow us to even do it. For one, it was even more difficult. The providers, they weren't really wanting us to do it, because they were like, well, you have to have permission to be able to sell our brands with our, we want to be able to tell you that you're allowed to sell our brands. Right. So that was a huge hurdle. I had to find a bunch of international companies to contact, because a bunch of US providers weren't okay with it. So that was really difficult. The financial institutions, that was probably the biggest hurdle, was really finding a bank which allows you, and it's not just any bank, it's a multi-currency bank. Because obviously when you're doing multi-currency, there are different laws regarding those specific jurisdictions. So how do you get past those laws? How do you make sure that everything you're doing is completely on the lines of legalities? Because what we are allowing is people to just connect a decentralized wallet and then spend without the need of something called customer due diligence. So we have really made sure that we've operated in the proper way of legalities. It took a really long time. I'd even go as far as to say the biggest obstacle was finding the actual financial institution that will actually let you be able to kind of run the platform. And in regard to the exchange we work with, that's all thanks to the legal team. I might show them this video. They actually helped us out a lot. So I really do have 3 lawyers which work under us that allow all of this to actually occur. And they actually got us connected with their connections in regards to the exchanges we work with. So again, thanks for them for really helping out and kind of kickstarting the journey, because if it wasn't for them, we might not have gotten an exchange to allow us. But because we kind of got the good name, because we had a great legal team behind us, it actually sped up the process of allowing our business model to work more fluid. So really big shout out to them. It was not easy, guys. I'd even go as far as to say that's probably the most difficult process. Wasn't even the building of everything. By the way, the technology that we have, the APIs, the fact that we can just grab any token on PancakeSwap and then route it with different APIs from our exchange partners. It is not an easy process. It really does. Let's just say that was probably the hardest part, was not only building out the platform, but the actual legal hoops to make sure what we're doing is completely legit. Because I had one idea in mind, and it was how does someone have my token? So the idea started like this: how does someone have my cryptocurrency, but they have cash everywhere across the world? And I didn't mean paper cash. I was talking more about the actual like spendable cash, like the definition of cash, which is more of that fluidity. It's whenever someone talks about cash, it's not paper. It's more about what I can spend. So that's more like the business definition of something that we call cash. So that's actually what I try to do. How do I have ZAH, but I have access to USD, euros, GBP, CAD, Australian dollar, dirhams, all of that. And really, at first, it was supposed to be a debit card. It wasn't supposed to be gift cards. So we found the best of luck through gift cards, because it wasn't as much regulation to push through. It was much easier to get everyone on board. It was a much more fluid business model. It was much easier to get people to get euros on euro-filled, pre-filled cards for brands than it was a euro debit card. So much more different regulation in regards to that. But yeah, that's actually how we got to where we are. It was not easy, guys. This is actually a story. It's a true story. It's about when we first started this project, I just had the idea of how do I have ZAH, or how do I have cryptocurrency, and how do I have cash? And it built to, well, let's do a debit card. And then when we realized that Visa and MasterCard wasn't on board with our idea of decentralization, that's when we met a hurdle. And that's why I kind of think SOWL was similar to us. When they started their project and they actually did everything in regards to having a classroom and then everything ending because of the pandemic, and then really facing that hurdle of, hey, I might be out of a job. So it's kind of similar to how Anonymous was in the very beginning, because we got our first investment, but we didn't have anything at all. I just had an idea. I didn't have a website. I had nothing to go for it. I had no partners, nothing. Fast forward a month, 2 months later, it was still a struggle. We didn't have anything, no website, nothing, not even any technology, just a word of mouth of a concept. Something that I believed in, an idea was, how do I have crypto, but I have spendable cash?
Yeah.
So we actually had a meeting in February, and we all met as a team, and there was one last chance. I was pretty much going to give the investment back to my family. They actually invested in private and seed, and I was going to tell them I can't do it. We had one last meeting, and we prevailed. One of our partners found us a partnership. I contacted that company that same day, and then just like that, we ended up going, and we got all the APIs, we got the brands on board, and just like that story of hope, that story of passion, that if you have an idea, don't stop. Keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult the road might seem, just keep pushing. And as you prevail, you'll start to notice that what your dreams are, what your goals are, they will come to fruition. The world has a weird way of aligning certain things, certain people you meet, certain projects, certain development. It all just kickstarts and starts working in a beautiful manner, which allows your project to succeed, or whatever your business or plan is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you said it perfectly. You can't stop, right? And our story is kind of similar, that we were supposed to launch last December, and that's when the market kind of took a hit. And we took our time. It was a long road that we had to go down and figure out, how are we going to actually launch this at the right time? And all it takes is that one little spark to get things moving. And we're constantly looking for that spark here. But being able to always push forward and to keep saying, no, I know what I have here is life-changing, which these projects are, and keeping that momentum going and keeping on moving forward, and also looking at everything in a very different, through a very different lens, because we have to now, is I think what really sets aside the devs who have that passion behind their project and see it as more than just a chart that they can run up, and projects that have a real use case and that we see here for the long term. And I'm very thankful that we have our partnership going strong here, and that we're only going to continue expanding beyond this. And, we're doing some work behind the scenes too, to continue strengthening these partnerships. But we just are thankful for our communities that believe in us and show support to each other, because we're all here for, at the end of the day, the same reason, to bring something good to the crypto space. But I'm happy that we were able to share, and, I'll be over. We're going to finalize the date, whatever works best. I'll be over in the ZAH Telegram community doing an AMA there as well. I'll present my pitch deck very similarly, same structure. But I think this is the first of many, collaborative efforts that we're going to be able to do together, which ultimately is going to continue helping each other. So those of you that are here from the ZAH community, thank you for coming over. I hope you stay in our SOWL community, learn a little bit about us and who we are. And then for our SOWL Token members that are in here, please go check out the Zonymous Telegram group, learn about what they're doing, meet their community. They're fun people, and we love fun people too. So it's just a really positive space to be in. And then Basit, I didn't know if you wanted to close us out with anything before we wrap up, and I will get the recording over to your community for anyone that may have missed it, and then I'll post it in our community as well. So I don't know if you want to have just any closing remarks for us. I'll let you get the final word out there.
Of course. So actually, give me 1 second, just real quick,
Oh,
only because I really want to make sure that the SOWL token is working by the end of this AMA.
yeah.
And they actually, yeah, and they told me to test the transaction. So I'm going to make sure that everything is working on our side. We're just trying to make sure that we deliver on exactly what we stated. So that's just kind of, it's just very rushful. First partnership, always a interesting route, so to say.
Oh, no, that's fine. And I mean, and those of you that are already, looking at their website too and seeing us listed on there, it's really, really cool to be able to go on and look and see like, oh, hey, we've got our name listed on there with other ones, and it just makes it really neat to see. I'm certainly very excited for how this future together can, be developed. And I'm even thinking of different gift cards for what you can, like other gift card ideas and whatnot. So here's our founder here.
Yeah.
See, we're
So
doxed founders. We are real. We are transparent. We mean business, guys.
exactly. So real quick, I'm not sure if I can get the SOWL token up and running right after this AMA now, but we are going to keep trying, and we'll be updating. It should be today, no matter what, and I'll update everyone in regards to that. So I'm so sorry because we're really trying. This is kind of the first token that we've actually added, other than the usual ones that we have, the BUSD, BNB, and USDT BEP20, and all of those work absolutely perfect. So we're having the first time that we're adding another token. So there's a little bit of complications. We thought it was good, and then everything kind of keeps pushing, and it's just crazy and hectic.
Hey, I think it's a true testament of your hard work and dedication to the project, and we're thankful for that. And that just means we get to have more good news that we're sharing out to our community later on with everything. So yeah, no, I think that's perfectly fine. And we'll be able to show and like kind of like do a screen record or a demo of somebody making a purchase with the SOWL token, and then everyone will be able to go over there. That just gives them time to load up their bags to spend. So yeah, I mean, it's awesome, guys. Everything, this partnership's just the beginning. We're really excited. I think you can see between us, we're transparent. We're here for you guys. And, this is really just the beginning of the other partnerships we have coming. So we can't wait to be able to share even more with that. But I'll be over in their community in the next couple of days and whatnot. And we look forward to, just expanding and growing. This market might be, doing what it's doing, but it's not going to stop us. We always say that every day. We're still going. And I'm so thankful for you guys coming in, and can't wait to see what this partnership's going to bring us.
Of course. And also, you want to ask the community if they have any questions? I saw Raukani actually raise their hand before closing remarks, because anyone can, again, ask us anything. I did see their hand up just because before I do the closing remarks, before we end everything, I would like to make sure that all of questions are answered in regards to the ZAH project, in regards to SOWL token, or again, anything in that matter. So Rausini, would you like to ask your question? I saw you were raising your hand.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if a question or maybe by mistake or anything.
Okay, it might have been by mistake.
If any of you think of a question and you want to post it in our group, or if there's a question for me and it's posted in the ZAH group, we'll be back and forth answering questions too, anything that you can think of.
Of course. So again, let's do the closing remarks. This is the start of a beautiful partnership between Zonymous and SOWL Token. Very innovative projects in their own. The first ever learn to earn, play to earn game ever. And we are also the first project to ever implement decentralized crypto spending, especially with more minor known tokens like SOWL Token or even Zonymous or even other projects that are much smaller. So we are the first ones to ever implement and allow users in the BSC space to actually live off of their favorite tokens. So I can't wait. And I think what our project is actually going to kickstart the future of BSC and the future of a lot of other chains, because they're going to start implementing ways that their own blockchain can actually do something very similar to ours. So hopefully we get there before they do it, because this idea is not going to stop. People are going to keep innovating. People are still going to keep finding ways for their tokens to be used for everyday expenses. So thank you all so much for going to the Zonimous and SOWL partnership. I cannot wait to update everyone. I see Ralcono needs Soren wants to speak. So thank you all again for actually being a part of this AMA. It was a little hectic. We're really trying to get everything going for you all because I want you all to benefit from learning and playing the game and actually using that token in the real world. So again, thank you all so much for being a part of this. It was a fun AMA, and this really is me, and that's really her. So again, my conclusion.
Well, thank you so much. If anyone has any questions, please type them out in the chat. We look forward to, continuing to strengthen our partnerships here. I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording. I always forget how to do that. Stop recording. All right.